Hello everyone, this is George, and I think this is one of my first videos to go this on YouTube. I just wrote an article on Medium and I thought it would be really fun just to make a video out of it to talk a little bit about the 5 strategy game lessons that I actually used in Scrum and Agile. Uh, I wanted to focus a bit on the values themselves and how I imagine applying them looks like in real life. So basically, starting with the title is talking about Scrum Values and Agile Principles. The idea behind connecting both of them together is just to see how actually Scrum acts in an Agile way, and what do we mean by sprint goal, focus, commitment, inspection, adaptation. These like 5 steps to applying this. So, if you read the story and familiar with what happened, it really talks about time when I got hardly beat while playing some strategy games, and then I learned my lesson that I should develop strategies before fighting on a random basis. And I thought that something similar just happened to us in real life, and that was learning how to focus on a sprint goal. So, like playing a strategy game without a goal or without a strategy is exactly the same as running a sprint without a goal. You can easily lose focus, you can easily get distracted and commit to and watch the team get like less commitment levels. You can see that you're missing something like when you do retrospectives and are trying to inspect, and so you're adapting basically to the wrong things. The nice thing about Scrum is that you can always reliably get improvements. However, what we failed to notice is that the direction we were moving into wasn't exactly the direction we wanted to go to. It's like driving a car and you make sure that's always driving, but it's not getting to the destination you want to get to. And that's the first thing that we I wanted to get cleared. Just focus on what the sprint goal is and exactly understand why does it exist. And if you compare this to playing a strategy game, if you're just in rushing into a game, not knowing what strategies that you might use or how to get some, where are the key points in the game, what are the key things that you should pay attention to, you will just easily get beaten because you didn't realize you just gave advantage to your opponent. And it's the same in real life and the same in a sprint. If you go to a sprint without sprint goal, you're just giving whoever is in the market the upper hand. You're giving them opportunities to beat you because you're getting a team to work that is like working without a compass. So enough said. So let's go into the next thing. So what happens when you set a sprint goal? Let's take this example actually. What if you're trying to like I actually read this in a recent article. What if you're trying to get to the top of the mountain? Let's say there is a hotel that you would like to go to, and in that hotel you want to go there hiking. So you go into a sprint and you divide the tasks that you want, and just for the fun of it, let's see how that might look like. Is Let's say the first step you want to do is to get boots. A second step is to, let's say, climb. And I really want to make it simple. So the climb first mile, climb the second mile, and then eat at the restaurant at the hotel. So if you're experiencing a sprint where you have these 4 tasks, stories, or product backlog items or PPIs, what you really want to look for is what is the goal behind all of this? Where are you trying to get? And in this case, our goal is here to eat at the hotel restaurant. And the way we chose to do this, or we plan to do this at the beginning of the sprint, is to go there hiking. So we wanted to get boots and then climb the first mile, the second mile. So the what ifs is really the things you can really never guess almost in a Scrum environment. So what happens to you is that you go into the sprint and then you start getting the boots and then you climb and then boom, it rains. So what can you do here is really up to you. If you have a clear sprint goal, in our case you want to eat at the hotel restaurant, then what you choose to do from now on is just like say, okay, I don't want really to stop walking, let me think, and okay, there is some rain, let me respond to that, okay, and then I will change this. I will just get a taxi and I can get there. So this will be green, this will be green, this will be green, and this will be green. In the second example, however, if you did not have this, let's say for some reason you are going into the sprint and you do not have a sprint goal. So if we take that out of the picture, then when it starts raining, then you start thinking of how can I climb through the rain? How can I go the second mile climbing with the rain? So you might start to think, okay, I need an umbrella or something, or how can I buy that umbrella, or how can I go like hide? Maybe you want to choose, let's say it's either taking more time or you want to maybe hide from rain. It really depends. But what the important thing here is that you lose focus on your goal because you're focusing only on getting the tasks done. You just don't know where you're getting. That's a real important thing about the sprint goal. And I really wanted to focus only on the sprint goal in this video because the rest is just simply execution. Once you have this sprint goal, in our example was eating at the hotel restaurant, clear and set out there, it's easy to get everybody in the team focused around that goal. It's easy to get commitment to reach that goal, and some people might reach it like in the halfway through, maybe like 5 days through the sprint. If you're having like the 10 working day sprints, like 5 days through and you're already there. You use the rest of your time just to improve and measure and test thoroughly, like, and get more feedback and work on items, maybe help other teams and so on. So the main idea is that you get focus and commitment automatically whenever you have a clear sprint goal. And inspection and adaptation is always there, so it's easy to set it up and just to always reflect on what's happening. However, when you have a sprint goal, inspection and adaptation actually leads you to getting to the goal. If you don't have a clear goal, it leads you to fixing something that could not be the optimal thing to fix. And this really doubles the efficiency of any Scrum team out there. So if you look at Agile principles in this and a quick comparison between Scrum and Agile, you can easily find that online. Agile is a simple manifesto where people just sign that they find some value in doing 4 things. Maybe we talk that in a later video versus other, and then they just added these 12 principles, and I wanted to highlight only 2 here. So continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. The idea here is that through climbing and through setting a goal, what happens is that whenever you get a focused goal, what you're actually doing is you're continuously paying attention to technical excellence. So in our example, if you could get there like in halfway through your sprint, what you're doing now is that you're continuously paying attention to how good is your code, how good is your efficiency, and then you can even take more time to improve on that. And the second thing is that when you do this at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. These are similar values, similar principles in Agile that are fitting really well with these Scrum values. And actually, these are more of Scrum pillars more than values. And these 2 are the only Scrum values in here. But sprint goal was really important, that I think it was mentioned 27 times in the Scrum guide. So that concludes our session for today. I'll leave a link for my Medium article if you would like to read it, and we'll leave some contact details. Please get in touch. I would like to hear all your feedback. Thank you very much and have a nice day.